Greetings, everybody. Lauren Montcalm from Montcalm Studio. So every month I put out a prompt. It's free. You can get it by signing up for my newsletter, which is in the show notes if you haven't done that. And I have a monthly meditation I do with a monthly theme with a monthly prompt. And I'm going to do the meditation with you here in a little bit. I just want you to know that this month we are working with what might seem like an elusive or abstract subject, but it is time. What is our relationship to time? Do you have enough time or too much time on your hands? Here's the thing. When we're talking about it in relationship to how we work, everybody works differently. And the prompt I'm going to give, which once again, you can find it in the show notes by signing up for my newsletter. I don't put out a lot of spam. I do a blog post. I do give updates on what's occurring, what's happening in my studio with both shows and my teaching and mentoring practice. Also, time is a focus of what I have called the 30-day art journey. And you can also find that on my website, the 30-day art journey, go at your own pace video. It's the second week. So it's a whole week dedicated to exercises every day that have to do with time. I think it's $65. So definitely something that you can go back to, work with 4 themes, 4 meditations, 30-day art prompts. So with that said, I'm going to give you one of these prompts for this month. And back to what I was saying, which was we all have a different relationship with time. So some people out there might work like a mule. You might show up every day in your studio and just whatever you can do, just there working slow and steady. And for those that work in spurts, it might be divine inspiration and it just comes out really quickly. And with that, often the one that works like a mule every day, showing up, doing their work, might feel like, wow, I'm missing out on what this divine inspiration is and the download and getting it out quick. And those that work really quick might feel guilty because they're not in their studio every day. And really what we want to do as artists is get to know what is our internal rhythm. How do we work? You might know the answer to that, but what are the exercises? What do you do in your studio that might trip yourself up? You know, we have these internal guidance systems that are either accelerating or putting on the brakes. How do you start recognizing owning time instead of time owning you? I know that time can own me because I always feel this impending pressure. And it's kind of interesting. I started seeing the clues when I would book something and go, oh my God, well, I'll never be able to do that because I have to do this, this, and that in the course of a day. And usually in my head, I've made something up of feeling a pressure that I put on myself that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Like I think, for instance, this week I'm waxing all my paintings and I'm buffing them out. I'm like, I need a full 5 days. Well, you know, it took me 6 hours, but that could be over 5 days. So how do we gauge time? It just seems, is time really linear? Well, it is when we wake up in the morning and when the sun sets, of course it is. But this is what's going to bring me to the meditation that I'm about to do with you all. And there's this idea, especially in the quantum physics world, you know, we live in there's this flat 2D, that painting is 2-dimensional. There's 3D reality, you know, concrete things, what's going on in our world. 4D reality, which is considered time. 5D reality, now we're getting into a quantum hole. Like, how do we take, I don't even understand 5D. I'm not going to pretend to. There's a lot of ideas that it is about shifting perspective and consciousness into not taking the past or living life from the future, like future scenarios, and how do we stay in present time? And that gets to some people that talk about this new reality of time being consciousness. Have you ever been working on a painting or a creative project and time seems to just stand still, meaning 5 hours might have gone by and it feels like it went really quickly because you were so immersed in present time consciousness? And some people also experience this time of being so bored. That's the word I'm going to use. This boredom leads to things dragging on, dragging on, dragging on. We usually know we're engaged in something that brings us passion because this time factor doesn't seem to play a role. And so what does this have to do with art making? Well, there's different ways of making art. And some people actually feel like I must learn how to draw in order to be an artist, instead of just embracing the way they draw and owning it and practicing either gesture, which is really quick, or contour, which is really slow. And sometimes we might be actually making work that's not in our internal rhythm. So the purpose of understanding slowing down time, speeding up time, being in the consciousness of time is to intimately get to know our own process. So with that all said, why don't you go ahead and get ready? You could pause this video for a moment and get ready for our meditation. Now, if you were to get the, let's say, 30-day art journey, you're going to have a different meditation for the week of time. But what I want to do with this one is, this is like a preamp to the prompt that I'm going to give, just to get you in a state of beingness. So when you feel ready, I want you to be in a comfortable position, for one. Put your feet on the floor. And when you feel ready, I want you to gently close your eyes. This is a perfect exercise that you can return to again and again to connect you to present moment, present consciousness. You know, we take time for granted in the sense that we think it's linear. But once again, what if the past, present, and future could be experienced as one consciousness? Okay. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. Breathing in and breathing out, all the way down to the core of your belly. 2 more times. I want you to imagine a grounding cord at the base of your spine, moving through wherever you're sitting or laying down, all the way to the core of Mother Earth herself. I want you now to bring in just a color that represents for you. If you can see it, great. If not, just feel into it. A color that brings a sense of protection, security, a place that might be home. See if you can just breathe this color into your body and your cells. And now, in your imaginative eye, bring yourself to a place that feels like safety, that feels like a place of home, a nesting, a security. It could be a landscape, a place that you have maybe visited or know of in the past or just made up. Really feel yourself. Is it in nature? Is it a room? Is it a place? What time of day is it? See if you can feel yourself there with all your senses. Is there a smell? Are there any sounds? Is there anything you can touch with your physical hands? Is there any kind of taste that you get in your mouth? Really feel yourself there. And now, as if you're in super slow motion, as you feel the color and the feeling of the place, I want you to just bring yourself to present time. As if with all your senses, there is nothing of the past, there is nothing of the future. You are just a pillar of calm from the top of your head to the base of your spine to the bottom of your feet. No place to go, just here and now. And now bring your awareness to a place where you can imagine a golden light in your heart and feel that light just expanding to every cell in your body. Just take a moment to really be in this present moment with this golden light in the here and the now. Breathing in and breathing out. If any thoughts drift in your head, just don't push them away. Just acknowledge, see them float on by. Golden light now moving from every cell in your body, outside of your body, as if you're being enveloped and cloaked with a golden light. An auric field of protection. And now we're just going to do a body scan of you in present time. Feel the top of your head. And now move your awareness down in between your eyebrows. Any thoughts that you might have, just feel them dropping down to the base of your spine and sending them down your grounding cord. Feel your ears and your neck. Any tension that you can melt away with the golden color of light and maybe mixing it with the color that you imagined when we first began. Now move to the heart. Feel your breath moving to the heart, from your throat to your heart, with the heartbeat in present time. Now move your awareness down to your belly. Any sensations? Then your hips. Any tension, just feel it melting away. Your thighs, your kneecaps, your ankles, and your feet. And now in this place, bring your awareness back up to your head. And I just want you to feel the sensation of acceleration, speeding things up. Maybe in your imagination, you are running or walking fast. Imagine what that feels like in every cell of your body. And now in your imagination, feel yourself stop. How is that different than walking or running? And now I want you in your mind's eye to start walking really slow, as if you're moving through molasses. What changes in your body when you do that? Moving slowly. And now stop. And just feel yourself resting, standing, present moment, present consciousness, nowhere to go, just here and now. When you feel ready, going to bring yourself back to the place we started, the safe place. If you're not already there, feel yourself enveloped by the color we began with, the golden light that was expanding in your body. Present consciousness in the here and now. Never so slowly, maybe you wiggle your fingers or your toes. And gently, ever so gently, open your eyes. Take a few things in the room to anchor yourself. Well, I invite you to carry on with the prompt, and you can sign up for my newsletter. Shoot me an email, and if it's after this was posted to everybody, I will be happy to send you the prompt. And just remember, we all have a unique guiding system. Nobody works the same. And getting to know our rhythms builds confidence, especially in our process as artists. We think that becoming an artist, being an artist, is all about the technique and the concept. Yes, very important. But really befriending your own personal rhythm is everything. I wish I would have known all that when I first embarked on this. It would have a lot of my confidence undermined when I felt like I needed to be working like my hero or somebody else who was really successful. And time management comes in many packages. So as always, I will see you next month. If you have any questions for me, just ask. Send me an email. I have my virtual classes that I did over time at a bundle for $175. Screaming deal. You can find it on my website. So as well, be good. See you all soon. Bye-bye.